Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Last Demon, it will soon release, and to celebrate they've added a demo to the Switch eShop, something I love to see because honestly I've not been entirely sure for this release. That switch from third-person action game to almost isometric adventure, it seems drastic, and honestly I'm just not sure if it's for me. That said though, today we're going to be taking a look at does this demo impress and has it changed my mind. Let's get started. If you enjoyed the video today, consider subscribing, helps the channel a huge amount, and if you can like the video, that goes a long way as well. Now this demo then, all the progress, it will carry over to the final release, with it featuring save states throughout, and around an hour of gameplay to sink your teeth into. If you have played this one already as well, let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear if you enjoyed the demo. Are you picking up the game at day one, or has this demo just swayed your opinion for the positive or potentially the negative? The story, and we meet Cereza as a young child, long before she was known as Bayonetta. Our situation: we've been exiled because we were born from a bond between sages of light and dark, a relation that is forbidden. We are somewhat powerless in this world at this point, a witch in training, and our only goal is to save our mother, who was imprisoned. Thankfully, we are not alone. A witch known as Morgana also lives in exile, and she took it upon herself to live in exile and become our teacher. The relationship is a strong one. She's stern, but the care she has for us, thanks to the writing, it is clear. Opening the game then, we're very much setting up the stakes. We complete a few chores, we attempt to summon a demon under Morgana's guidance, and now we eventually decide to break Morgana's one rule late at night, and that is enter the forest of Avalon, a place full of danger, because we do believe it may be the key to saving our mother. Of course, though, things go wrong quickly. We get attacked, and our response is to summon a demon, something we've tried but also failed at miserably. That goes wrong here too in the forest, and now it possesses our teddy, known as Cheshire. The demon's not too pleased about this situation either and wants to return to Inferno, but you have no idea how to do that, so you're now out on an adventure together, hopefully to get him home and to get your mother to safety. It's heartfelt stuff, easy to get behind the mission, and I'm enjoying what I've seen this far. With gameplay then, the demo understandably starts slowly as we establish the characters of this world and our situation, a few minor fetch quests, a small area to explore. It includes a camp-like area that acts as a save point, and yeah, we'll just be doing general things, collecting water, finishing off some vegetables with magic, menial tasks that represent our current status of a witch in training. That said though, once that plot is established, we do get to experiment with some basic magic, and that is a circle appears on screen and we must time pushes to execute some sort of attack. Here in the opening it's actually for a positive to grow veg, but later it will be to trap enemies in place. Where the game really gets going, however, that's as we enter the forest. Cheshire is now possessed, and here comes the three core gameplay elements. That's going to be Cheshire or Cereza being controlled independently, as well as what's known as hug mode. When you do control of these characters individually, it's going to take some time getting used to. It's a single player only game, but you're expected to direct both. Cereza with the left Joy-Con or side of the Pro Controller, Cheshire then with the right. While Cereza has magical abilities to trap enemies as well or reveal pathways, she's definitely lacking in battle at this point, and that's where Cheshire does his thing. We can slash and attack, whether that's enemies or simply chopping down world barriers. It controls surprisingly well, and it's one of the better implementations of the two characters at any one time scheme that we have seen before. When it comes to hug mode then, that is perhaps my favourite way to play between battles, as it definitely simplifies things when they are connected together. Here, Cheshire is in cuddly toy form, but that doesn't render him useless. We can extend him to catapult us on certain objects. We can even throw him to out of reach locations before a quick tap of the trigger will expand him out. I'm sure there's many more skills to come from this partnership as well as we do get into the game. You know, I know there's a skill tree, for example, which adds new abilities, but you don't really see that in the demo. Also, I'm seeing elemental attacks from Cereza as well, but this is very much going to be the story of a character evolving, so it makes sense at this relatively early game juncture she is relatively powerless. So as I said at the opening, to be honest, I wasn't sold on the idea of this game after trailers, but actually getting hands on now, it swayed my opinion. Really had a lot of fun with it, the two character system works well, and the world it is interesting to explore. Concerns this far though, as long as they keep the two character system as it is, we should be fine, but like any game with this idea, as it expands upon movesets, it does run the risk of overcomplicating that control scheme. Then at the runtime, we do get save files in this game. After an hour of game time, I'm at 10% completion, which means if it keeps to this same pace, it's been relatively straightforward at this far. It is going to be a 10-hour game, so I'm curious to see, is there going to be elements to come back for, such as hidden difficulties? Maybe there's going to be puzzles packed in as we do get further into the gameplay. The big issue then I've had with this game as well, at the price point, it seems a little off, honestly, and I do still feel that way. A AAA $59.99 USD or your regional equivalent. I don't know why, but I feel like around $40 would have been that sweet spot. Am I being unfair though there? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to see what everyone feels about the price points. Visually, it's stunning. They've really delivered a style that has a cartoon-like look, yet has a decent amount of detail as well. The transition between home location and the forest really hits the notes you would expect from a fairy tale experience, and that's very much how they present the game as well. As story cutscenes, they are via this animated storybook. The animations for both characters look great as well, in particular Cheshire, and then the performance this far, it has been perfect. While the forest could have been repetitive quickly as well, they seem to be gradually evolving the design and the colour palette in use. That also includes a number of different enemies. I'm excited now to see the elemental attacks evolve on screen, as well as no doubt things are going to get a whole lot flashier generally. In handheld then, it is a perfect fit as well, especially if you have the OLED system to hand. The colours here, they're just the perfect fit for the screen. If I had any complaints, I do feel like the story delivery in book form can be a little slow to start, so you're often looking at a blank page as images and text evolve, but if you do press a button, it skips all of the animation entirely. The audio then, the voice acting is top quality, that's supported by strong writing. Seeing Bayonetta in her younger years, I was curious to the personality that would be shown, and you can definitely see an air of what's to come from the character in years to come, but she's got her, childlike ideas still in place. Cheshire roars then, but she can translate what he is saying. There's a surprising amount of range in the dialogue exchanges there, and then the music, it's suitably fantastical, and I'm excited to see where the score goes, as production-wise this far it just screams big budget. Overall, I've really enjoyed my steps into the world of Bayonetta Origins. Honestly, I had no intention of picking this up day one. I just wasn't sold on the idea as much as I do love that core series. Well, honestly, the demo's done its job, and it's done what it's intended to, and that is, I am now a day one buyer. The world feels right for the series. The character still packs the quick wit she is famous for, though obviously at a much younger age. And then it's just a journey I do want to see through. Still a little concerned about runtime and reason to return at this point, but if it can at least maintain the quality I've seen at this far in the opening hour, and of course evolve upon it, this one it should be a fun ride. So will you be checking out Bayonetta Origins then? Let me know in the comments. Maybe you've played the demo already. If so, let me know what you thought about it. I'm curious to see if everyone's as positive as me with this one, or if they do think they are going to skip it. With that, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews and deals daily, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.